Welcome to Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy, Robert Allen filling in for the voice of the Cowboys, Dave Hunziker, and Coach. What a great trip to Pittsburgh. I'm going to go back to something I mentioned to you in the radio broadcast before it started. What a great place to play. Great atmosphere, and I know you're a football historian. You and the players both enjoyed the Steeler atmosphere at Heinz Field.
Really a neat city. I had been there before, but don't remember noticing anything other than the buildings by the river. And Heinz wasn't there then, so I was infatuated with the other stadium.
Three Rivers.
Three Rivers. It was funny. Late that night, I got a text from my 12-year-old Gage, and he had pulled it up and was looking at it. He's like, "That place is nice, and it's clean. There's no trash, and they have water fountains." And but just a beautiful setting. You know, when you come in on that highway before you go across the bridge with the greenery and the mountains, and then obviously the city and the rivers. And you know, it's neat for them to play at Heinz Field. Even though it's new, there's so much history with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's a great setting, but very, very impressive outing for our players. And as we talked about in the post game with the defense slowing the run down, and I had shared with the defensive staff that I appreciated them correcting mistakes from last year. And we didn't play very good on defense. We weren't very gap sound, and we solved those issues. We rallied to the ball, with the exception of missing a few tackles, which cost us about 110 yards. The defense played really well. They were in proximity. Obviously, Pittsburgh going through a quarterback issue, and that makes it even more difficult for them. But for them to get the offense on the field, and then, you know, the firepower that we had with our guys, and Mason plays almost flawless with the exception of the interception where he got out of his box. He didn't follow his progressions that he's been coached, and it cost him. And that was a great teaching tool and a great lesson for him. But fantastic wide receiver play up front, pretty good. And special teams-wise, coverage-wise, was really good. We were concerned about number 10.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Quadre Henderson. 676 total yards, most that Pitt has ever given up in all their years of playing football, and a fast start for the Cowboys. And that fast start is coming your way next as we continue with the Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy. Stay with us.
The Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy is brought to you by Bud Light, proud friend of Oklahoma State Athletics, famous among friends. By the visitstillwater.org Shop, Dine, and Stay partners. Be sure to shop, dine, and stay in America's friendliest college town. By Mercy Health, your life is our life's work. And by OG&E, power at the speed of life.
I'm Coach Gundy with Oklahoma State University. With approximately 900 Oklahomans waiting for a life-saving transplant, I encourage everyone across the state to make the important decision to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. So check your driver's license for the Little Red Heart. If it's not there, visit lifeshareok.org and join the registry today. I have the Little Red Heart. Do you?
Welcome back to the Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy. The Cowboys, a big winner, 59-21 over the Pittsburgh Panthers. And, Coach, let's get right into the highlights because it didn't take long. We see that great stadium right at the start. Pistol Pete made it to the house.
Great weather. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. Our first third down, Mason did a nice job in the man coverage, hitting Stoner on the outcut there. He's really recognizing coverage as well. Play action pass. Catch McCleskey crossing the face of the safety there in a hurry-up motion. Then we went to the running game, great downfield blocking with 56, and then also Stoner and James Washington blocking downfield. You know, in offense here at Oklahoma State, we talk a lot. Look up front, there's 56 downfield, 71. Good job by 41. And then downfield, look at 28 and 17. Offensive football is about one guy with the ball and 10 unselfish players, and that's what you get right there. And then fives, you got good vision and good ability.
Crabtree's not going to be with us long in this game. He went out with a toe injury, but he set that edge and widened that hole.
He really did. Defenses, again, we did a good job with the speed sweep stuff and filling in on the running game. Put them in a position that they don't want to be in, which is to throw the ball. We're back at the play action again. Same concept there with Stoner that we used with McCleskey. and Mason makes a good throw. Stoner did a good job of breaking a tackle and scoring. I was really glad for Stoner to get back into the motion. It's nice to see him get out there and get some action.
How much do you think the touchdown run in that first drive, the success running the football, contributed to the success of play action? It worked all day.
Yeah, it has to work hand in hand. And, you know, we talk all the time about balance. We have to be able to run it, some to throw it. There's a sack. Nice job there. DQ just continues to play well. He's been a really, really pleasant surprise for us. Pressuring the quarterback. We're in another 3rd and long here. And Mason did a really good job in the pocket. This was a great, great play. Finding Aitman. That's what happens when you have good players downfield. You make a play, and then they're hard to get down. The guy's 6'4", 215, 220 pounds. It's hard to get him down. And, you know, it's so tough for a defense to swallow. You know, he should have had a sack, and then ends up being a 60 or 70-yard touchdown play.
We're going to get to see this a lot of times. He's been compared a lot to, oddly enough, Ben Roethlisberger, because he looks downfield so well while he's finding escape hatches.
Well, and he plays tough. He's not afraid to get hit. And guys that aren't scared of getting hit and playing that position, they can keep their eyes downfield. A lot of quarterbacks are trying to get out of there and run because they don't want to get hit. Speed sweep, nice job there, 19, good job 4. That's what got us last year. We shut that down early, and they didn't really go back to it a lot. They did a lot of faking and trying to hand off the inside part. And that's what I was pleased with our defensive coaching staff. They made those adjustments. Flipping the ball out in the flat there to McCleskey. They got big time blocking there by Aitman. All these guys help each other out. 20-yard gain should have been a 5-yard gain. Moving the ball from sideline to sideline to open up the inside running game. We're in another 3rd and 4, hand the ball off, and 5, he's rolling with it, you know.
I remember a United Airlines commercial, NFL,
Yeah, that's right.
that had, that's what it reminded me of, the flip in the air.
And see his ball security.
Oh, gosh.
Really good ball security. Good stuff.
And that was a violent hit with the ground when he came down.
Then come back and play action. Mason's patient, going to try to go to Washington. They covered him, so he dumps it off to McCleskey. And, you know, we got another touchdown. Really good protection. If you watch here, here comes inside pressure. Look at 5.
Look at 73. That's Tevin Jenkins with his first substantial
Yeah,
playing time.
right.
He had a couple of guys on the ground, Coach.
Yeah, he's come a long way from Topeka, Kansas. Made some nice plays. Back at it again, play action. McCleskey crossing the face of the safety again and outrunning him to the end zone. Play action pass from Mason, got good protection. They were a little fatigued at this time and really did a nice job of setting in there and hitting him across in the face and going with it. We got 11 minutes to go in the second. See the protection here, nice pocket. There he goes.
That is going to be a tough angle for any safety with him.
Sure is. Well, and he's got the what I call gym rat ability to make that play. And then once he gets the ball, he's very elusive. 3rd and 2, nice stop down here. No, this one they scored on us.
Shantez Moss gets in.
Yeah, they scored on us there and gave them a chance to get on the board. They hit the big bubble on us, and we misplayed it and gave them about 60 yards. Then we came right back at it in 3rd and 1. Great throw and great catch. He needs to take care of the ball a little better.
I think he wanted to break that.
He thought about it, but look here.
Look at the
guys,
defender.
Yeah, hooking him and grabbing him. 3rd and 7. I think we were 9 for 9 on 3rd
This is
down.
a heck of a catch.
That's what those two do. I mean,
Matt Butler over there to congratulate him.
Well, and the guy had good coverage. I mean, you can't ask 16 to be in any better coverage, but they're good at that. They feel the throw. They understand where to throw it, when to go up and get it. And then you're back at it with 5, making 1-2 miss, and you're getting blocked downfield by 3, and we got another touchdown. And what I like on this is, okay, 5's got a lot of ability and made a couple guys miss, but I like that 3's saying, okay, I'm going to block downfield for him. And that's what it takes. There's a nice pole block right there.
And sets it up well.
Sure does.
We're going to see it again here. The torque on his moves.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
42, 5 minutes to go. Starting a new series here. Now they have the soft coverage over here. The safety was cheating to the 3-man side. I say soft coverage, it was press, but the safety was poaching the 3-man side. And so Mason sees it and goes back to Aitman with the single coverage. Go back to play action, and you catch McCleskey crossing the safety's face again.
I think we've seen that before. So has Pitt, but they couldn't stop it.
Really nice execution and a nice job by Mike going back to the same play. I mean, there's not any reason to get rid of one if it's working.
No, and he drops it in there. If you know, drops that ball, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be up there where somebody can go tip it.
You know, it's funny. It's my mom used to always get on me when I called plays. She said, if you hit him once or twice on the same play, how come you don't call it a lot more? And I tend to agree with that now.
Your mom gets credit for being the smartest football person in the family.
Yeah, that was the theory in this game. Why stop?
Ramon had a good game. He read a lot of stuff in the secondary and got to a lot of plays.
Yeah, as we progress through the season, each week, here's the touch they got.
Yeah.
That this was the one that really upset me, is because they're not going to score if we don't put our head down and miss 2 tackles here. But we're heading in at halftime. We got a substantial lead. Now it's a matter of just maintaining, playing smart football, trying to get better in the things that we need to improve on.
49-14, the Cowboys lead it at the half. We're going to take a look at the second half. We're going to see some new faces, and we'll see the defense get into the action a little bit on the scoring column. That's coming up. Stay with us as we continue with the Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy. Cowboy Football Roundup, Cowboys head coach Mike Gundy, Robert Allen with you, filling in for Dave Hunziker. And Cowboys get a big win in Pittsburgh to finish up the non-conference portion of the schedule, 59-21. Get ready for conference play, but before we do that, we've got some second half highlights from Heinz Field to take a look at, Coach.
Started out on the 1 yard line,
And Mason, Washington are back at it again. It's pretty good coverage, but just difficult to defend. 40 yards later, we're out of trouble, and this guy's in good coverage. It's not much you can do about it.
That's Alvante Madden. He was the guy that was caught by Washington all last year.
Yeah, and then defense comes back again. We got pressure on the quarterback, 1 and 99. Pressure on the quarterback, got in his face, forced into coverage. Chad Whitener executes perfectly with his arm reaching through, tipped it, and 19's in the right place at the right time again, and broke another tackle. We might have to run him on the goal line some.
You get the feeling he did tip drill pretty well in high school.
It was like Sean Lewis was always in the right place at the right time. Every time he turned around, he was there. And
that's fun to see.
Defensive guys celebrating, good stuff. 3rd and long, Trey Flowers is there. Nice job. That's where I needed him to take care of the ball a little better, make me feel good. We got one rolled up over on the sideline.
Just the way he had it, or he had it in the wrong hand for sure.
Watch him, see how loose the ball is, and it's in the hand, and it's in the arm where they can get to it.
Yep.
And so we've got to coach that thing up. We don't want to give it back to him. So this was a tough break here, and Zach should have done a better job of this. One, he should have either swallowed the ball up, or he should have kick slided out, and he was looking the wrong way. But sometimes that happens. Nice catch here by the freshman. Nice ball by Corndog. Taylor Cornelius in there playing some quarterback the last, really for the 4th quarter. And there's the freshman, Wallace, making a nice play.
He is such a good athlete.
He's very athletic, and he's very competitive.
Got a brother, Trayson, that's also on the program.
Yep, twin brother. There's 27, King back at it, getting in there with the guys. And so we stalled out there a little bit, came up a little short, but Matt comes in and fires one through, and got 10 minutes to go, and we're done scoring. 59 points, and that was it. Defense played good. Got to play a lot of guys again, and that's so rewarding for us as a coaching staff, with all the guys that put time and effort into it. They get to go out and play, and they got to play in the Steelers Stadium.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Another thing too, Matt Amendola, and a lot of people were wondering, we were getting text messages on the radio broadcast, is Coach Gundy running this up with a field goal? Absolutely not. Matt's a first-year kicker. Having that job, he needs all the practice he can get, and on top of that, he had all of his relatives and family there because he's from over in Philly.
Yeah, when there's 10 minutes to go in the game, we had everybody out, or 12 minutes to go, and Taylor still needs to play quarterback. And all those linemen that Henson's coaching every day in practice, they need to execute plays, and the backs and the young wideouts, and the field goal kicker needs some work. And so I think it was 4th and 1 or 2.
And we could have gone for it and probably, I don't know, may have scored a touchdown. So we don't ever run the score up. When the game is secure, we take our guys out. But we tried to run the clock out. We let it run down to 3 or 4 seconds.
Right.
But we have to play ball. The other kids deserve to play some without just being ridiculous and trying to run the score up.
We've got something special for you coming up when we continue here with the Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy, and then we'll be back a little bit later to talk about the Cowboys' home conference season opener with TCU. It's a battle of unbeatens coming up at Boone Pickens Stadium. Stay with us on the Cowboy Football Roundup.
The Oklahoma State football team could not have got off to a hotter start in non-conference play, including their last dominant win over Pittsburgh. This week they enter Big 12 play against TCU. Kenny Hill and a very well-coached defense. Here's the players after practice.
We always talk about 60-minute ball games and finishing and, starting the second half just like we start the first half. And it's going to take 4 quarters and the extra effort. And we talk about that all the time. Our guys are conditioned extremely well. Coach Glass does a heck of a job with those guys, and in our past history, I don't know how many games we've been in it late, but it's never been an issue as far as the intensity, the focus, the understanding of urgency late in a ball game, and I don't anticipate us ever losing that focus.
Whenever they take something away, the other people, they have to step up and make plays, and that's what we did. And, the O-line, they did a great job blocking from Mason. Mason made great throws. The receivers, we ran great routes. And the coaching staff, they did a great job of putting the plays in and helping us succeed. Whatever they give us, we're going to take it. So the first 2 games, James and them, they had big games. And so this game was just mine, and the O-line and the offense, they did a great job of helping me get the ball.
Yeah, they're really fast, and we've seen that on film. And I think we're going to be ready. We're practicing extra hard. It's going to be a little hotter this week, which is good for us to get our conditioning up. Running to the ball, running after every pass. We're just going to be ready to hopefully we're going to keep up with them from a conditioning standpoint and be all over the field.
Welcome back to the Cowboy Football Roundup with head coach Mike Gundy, and getting ready for the conference season opener, or the conference opener, and get to do it at home. That hasn't always been the case, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Boy, it's going to be a crazy atmosphere too, welcoming TCU in here on Saturday.
Well, we'll have every seat filled, and it should be. They should be out for these guys. These guys are working their butt off, and you're playing a team that's undefeated and ranked whatever they are, maybe in the top 20. I'm not sure where they're ranked right now, but Gary Patterson's a good football coach. He's going to work hard all week to get his defense ready, and he'll have them convinced that they can shut us down. And they're playing better on offense. The quarterback, Hill, I watched some of their tape, and he's playing with considerable amount or more confidence now than he was last year, in my opinion. And they've always got those fast guys, 25 and 21 and 6. They got a new guy this year, a freshman playing. He's fast too. I don't know all their names yet, but
Kevontae Turpin's one I'm well aware of in the offense.
Is he 21 or 25? I don't know.
He's 21.
Yeah, 21 and 25 and 6, and there's another one. I think another single digit I saw, and they're freshmen. And they do a great job there. So we'll have to play our butts off to find a way to win.
Congratulations on the win at Pittsburgh, an unbeaten non-conference schedule or season, and now we get into the Big 12 play. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Tickets are scarce. Hope you can find one to Boone Pickens Stadium, 2:30, when the Cowboys play TCU on Saturday. For Mike Gundy, for the entire crew at Orange Power Studios, Robert Allen saying thank you for joining us here on the Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy.
The Cowboy Football Roundup with Mike Gundy is brought to you by Bud Light, proud friend of Oklahoma State athletics, famous among friends. By the visitstillwater.org Shop, Dine, and Stay partners. Be sure to shop, dine, and stay in America's friendliest college town. By Mercy Health, your life is our life's work. And by OG&E, power at the speed of life.